this amazing experience over at Laray's round robin. He came in second place with the right hand. So I seen the other day, I think it was like maybe like a week back. I think you were feeling spicy that day. You must have woke up, man, and you were just feeling yourself, and you were like, "Yo, I got $2,000. I'm putting out a call out there," and you put the rankings out, and I believe you were in third in the 176 with the right hand rankings, and there was two guys in front of you, and you kind of just put out that $2,000 challenge. So kind of catch us up. Who's in front of you, and who are you calling out right now?
So, um, I've been chasing that number one spot in the U.S. for 5 years. Been pulling for 5 years, and I got number one in the state. I think my second year into it, and then I was number one in the SEC, and then I was like, okay, well, I need to travel out a little bit further because the number one guys, like the top, um, I'd say about seven or eight, were all Midwest or out on the West Coast. So then I went to Kansas City, St. Louis. Um, so I got all the way up to number five. Then I dropped off for inactivity, come back to pull Tevis, and he was number two, I believe. We had some wars. He ended up beating me. And then he made it where I'm like, okay, I'm back in this thing. And my first real thing was the round robin, and got second place. I'm like, okay, let me see where these rankings are at. And they got me at number four at 176 and number three at 172. So I'm like, shit, I'm right here with these guys. They ain't gonna want to pull me for free. So let me just throw 2,000 out there and see if can't nobody come to me. And so I called out Luke Kent, Austin Tevis, and Jeff Hale. We all know how Luke is. Luke wants to pull a fucking tournament, something. He wants me to come pull a tournament. And I'm like, sitting here thinking, man, you're number one, right? If I come up there and pull a fucking tournament, I have to pull through eight other guys, however many to get to you. I mean, I could get lucky and get you first round, but that usually never happens. Same thing with Jeff Hell. Jeff Hell wants me to pull him at 165 at this other tournament, and I'm like, I said 176. You're at number one at 176. We're going to pull at 176. Not saying I can't get down to 65, but, and then Austin Tevis, I need to get my match back with him. I lost to him. And so if he can still beat me 3-0 this easy, then why not do it for double the money we put up last time? But don't nobody want it. Don't nobody want to lose when they're at the top like that, man. And
So
that's the
you
thing. I
put out
mean,
$2,000 and we haven't got no answers from anybody. It's just crickets. Not one person has
I,
contacted you.
they don't want it. They don't want to lose. They know they're going to lose, and they don't want it. I could have probably put up 10 grand up there, but they know they're getting pinned. They know they're going to get beat.
This is crazy. I can't believe this is going on right now, man. Like,
Yeah.
you guys hear this in the chat, bro. This guy's got $2,000. He is calling out the 176 class, the top guys, and it's just crickets, man. We need to get somebody's got to get in touch with these guys. Who would be who is number one right now? Who is the actual top guy? Is it Luke Kent? He runs on all the rankings. He's number one.
No.
No.
Jeff Hill is number one at 176,
Now
and
the
Luke
only thing I
Kent.
got to say with Jeff Hale though is I did see a video. I think it was like a month back on Manolo Sanchez's YouTube channel, and Jeff was kind of saying he was kind of falling back with arm wrestling. I think he had a kid or something recently, and I think he was kind of just focused more on sit down arm wrestling and not really being so much out there. So we do have to find out, if he's looking to be competing in super matches these days. But I think he kind of lost that drive. So I'm not so sure about him. But as far as the other guys, Austin Tevis and Luke Kent, well, Austin, I know you guys go back and forth with each other, talking crap and all that. And Austin, I know he's got a big match coming up with Giannis over in Arizona State's June 1st. So he's kind of, locked in with that. But Luke Kent, I think, is pretty free, and that could be a possibility. And I know Luke
He,
always said it'd have to make sense financially wise for him. $2,000, I think that kind of makes sense. Now, the only thing I could see being a problem is he might want, somebody to put up like hotel and expenses and all that. So he's above you in the rankings. Would you be willing to go to him and bet that
sure,
$2,000?
sure, a hundred
Oh,
percent.
oh, wow. Okay.
I will
So
still come to him with 2 grand.
Okay, so any promoters, organizers on the West Coast, anywhere over here, you guys want to see that match, get a hold of Dalton right here, get a hold of Luke, and let's see if we can make that happen. If you guys can't find a big stage like that, I mean, dude, you want to come over here to North Cal? I mean, Luke lives right down the road from me. We could do it right over here in my gym. We could go make that happen. So, that's also a possibility. So, Luke, if you're listening, if anybody's could get a hold of Luke right now, maybe get him in here. Maybe we could set this up by the end of the show and all. That would be fucking great.
Dude, if I come to him and beat him 3-0 in his backyard, he needs to retire.
Oh man, strong words, strong words. Remember, man, with Luke is an OG in the sport, so that way it would mean a lot though, bro. Beating Luke Kent that's major. He's been on top of the 176s for, I think it's like a decade now. Have you ever gripped up with him? Have you guys ever
No,
pulled in any tournament setting or anything?
no.
No, okay. Obviously you train with Justin on a regular and all. What is Justin's thoughts on a possible match between you and Luke? How does he think that would turn out?
Well, he knows that Luke has a chance of beating me, but winning the super match, no. Uh, he may have a lane that I could adjust to. Um, but out of them three, out of Austin Tevis, Jeff Hell, Luke, um, Luke has probably the best shot out of any of them.
Why do you say that? Is it Luke's style like present
Yeah,
a
it's just
problem for
all
you?
styles. Yeah,
What part of his style would present a problem? Is it the speed?
speed, one of them. Uh, I wouldn't say too much of the hand. I don't mind people top rolling with me because they usually lose. Um,
The one thing I got to
but
say about Luke, man, is Luke's biggest strength is his hand. He has one of the strongest pound for
oh, and
pound
he's
hands,
getting
I'd
3
say.
0.
What's that?
I said he's getting 3 0 then. He's
Really?
not he's not taking my hand.
Wow. Okay.
If you can't take my hand, you're not going to beat me.
Okay. That's extreme words, man. I'm telling you, that's the one thing. Luke's hand is nuts, man. Like he comes over my house and I got those big Rogue bumpers and I got the 55-pound that are just so thick. And he'll just be talking to us and he'll just go over there, grab that, and he'll just start flinging them in the air and catching them. And like none of my super heavyweights on our team, like 300-pound dudes, could even come close to doing that. And this dude will just be casually talking to you and just flipping them around like it's nothing. So his hand
Tell
is
him to
pretty.
start practicing like this.